Mr. Bina here and welcome to Chalk Talk. In this episode, we are going to talk about the Big Bang and the solar system. We are going to look at some crucial events of the Big Bang. About 13.7 billion years ago, the universe as we know it is just like the size of an atom. After which, it began to expand. This expansion is called the Big Bang inflation. Millionth of a second later, the four universal forces appeared. These are electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, and gravitational force. 1 second later is the appearance of the first fundamental particles. This is actually the translation of the formula of Einstein, E is equal to mc squared, or energy can become matter. In other words, when an energy is decreased, it can be transformed into matter. The fundamental particles are quarks, electrons, photons, and neutrinos. Quarks can be combined to form a hadron. This is a stable structure of protons and neutrons. Electrons, on the other hand, are negatively charged particles and can fall into different orbits in an atom. Photons are electromagnetic waves that travels in the speed of light. And finally, neutrinos are like an electron but has no electrical charge and is very difficult to detect. 3 seconds after is the appearance of the first nuclei of an atom. Nucleus of an atom consists of the proton and neutron, or protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons help in the creation of force that keep an atom together. After which, because of this, first atoms were formed. Example is helium, that is made of 25% of the total mass of our universe, while 74% which is hydrogen. The remaining 1% is distributed to the rest of the atoms including lithium. 10,000 years after is what we call as the radiation era. The radiation era is the evidence of microwaves, X-rays, and ultraviolet waves found in our universe. This is also known as CMBs. CMB, also known as cosmic microwave background, represents the heat that is left over from the Big Bang. These are the radiations and photons. As the universe expanded, the plasma and the radiation that we observe today are getting cooler. This is analogous to a smoking gun, where one can observe the smoke that comes out from the barrel of the gun. This simply tells us that the gun was just newly fired. About 300,000 years after is already the complete appearance of atom with electrons. So 300 million years after the Big Bang, the first star and galaxies appeared. 5.7 billion years ago is the formation of something that comes from the vast cloud of hydrogen and dust, the birth of our sun. So this is how the scientists thought about how our solar system and the rest of the stars and the planets were created after the series of events from the Big Bang. So it started with what we call a nebula. A nebula is actually made of cloud of gas and dust. And these gas were compressed due to gravitational action that is now going to form what we call globules. As the globular dust collapses, gravitational force overcomes gas pressure, and this will spin faster. Increasing the spinning will also increase the temperature and at the same time the pressure. protoplanetary disk will now become the planets, while the central core will become the Sun. So now we will be talking about the different planets in our solar system. We will first be moving on to the first planet that is closest to the Sun, and that is Mercury. Mercury, on the other hand, is the smallest of all the planets. Since it is closest to the Sun, it will only have 87.97 Earth days to complete its revolution to the Sun. Next is Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is named after the Roman goddess, and it is the brightest natural object in the Earth's night sky after the Moon. Occasionally, Venus can be seen in our naked eye in broad daylight. The third planet from the Sun is our home. This is our home planet, the planet Earth. About 29.2% of the Earth's surface is covered by land. It has a powerful magnetic field which protects us from the harmful radiation of the Sun. The densest planet in the solar system actually is Earth. The fourth planet from the Sun is actually Mars. It is the second smallest planet in the solar system and sometimes referred to as the red planet. Mars is actually of an interest to the people here on Earth. Scientists are actually developing technologies just to study Mars, and the humanity hope that someday we are going to live in Mars. The planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are called the terrestrial planets because they are compact, they are made of rocky surfaces like Earth. These are the four innermost planets in our solar system. So these are called terrestrial planets. Now we will be moving on to the Jovian planets. Jovian planets are gaseous planets. The first Jovian planet from the Sun is called Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest in the solar system. Although it is made of gas, it comprises 2.5 times the mass of all the other planets in the solar system. Saturn. It is the second largest in the solar system. It has an average radius of about 9.5 times of the Earth. However, it is only 1/8 the average density of the Earth, but it is over 95 times more massive than the Earth. Saturn is the planet that is known for its beautiful ring. The seventh planet from the Sun is called Uranus. It has the third and largest planetary radius, and it is the fourth largest planetary mass in the solar system. Neptune. Neptune is the farthest known solar planet from the Sun. It is the fourth largest planet and is the third most massive planet in the entire solar system. It is the densest of all the gas giants, but it is also known as the twin planet of Uranus. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune collectively make up the group known as the Jovian planets. Pluto is considered a dwarf planet that is located somewhere in the Kuiper Belt region. It was declared to be the 9th planet, but that was already dismissed. The Kuiper Belt, these are circumstellar disks, meaning they circumnavigate our solar system. This is found in the outer solar system from the orbit of Neptune, and it is like an asteroid belt. Comets. Comets are small solar system icy heavenly bodies. When comets pass through the Sun, or when they pass close to the Sun, they start to warm and begins to release gases. The releasing of their gas is called outgassing. Outgassing produces a visible atmosphere called coma and a tail, which characterizes a comet. The Asteroid Belt. The asteroid belt is the region in our solar system that is a torus shape. Torus shape is very similar to the shape of a donut. The asteroid belt is located between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars. So what can we find in an asteroid belt? These are solid objects, irregularly shaped bodies of many sizes, but are much smaller than planets. They are called asteroids or minor planets. The asteroid belt is the leftover materials during the formation of our solar system. Some of these materials reaches the Earth's orbit and usually can be seen as shooting stars. Sometimes they cause cataclysmic events, as seen by the evidences in the surface of our planet, as asteroid bombardments which created those craters. One theory suggests that these bombardments causes the annihilation of the dinosaurs. Asteroids are small rocky objects that orbit the Sun. However, they are much smaller than our planets, and most of them can be found in the main asteroid belt. Meteoroids are space rocks. They vary in size from dust grains to small asteroids. When meteoroids enter the Earth's atmosphere, they are called meteors. They travel at high speeds and burn up and produce a fireball called shooting star. Meteors or shooting stars create the bright streaks across our night skies. When the Earth passes through the dusty tail of a comet or asteroid, we will see many streaks of light in the skies. They are known as meteor showers. Meteorites are actually pieces of a comet or asteroid that falls into the Earth's atmosphere, and they survive to hit the surface. There are three classifications of meteorites. One is stony, the other one is metallic, and the other one is stony metallic. The Meteor Crater. The Meteor Crater is the result of a meteorite impact. This photo is seen in the northern Arizona desert of the United States. The fragment of the meteorite is officially called the Canyon Diablo meteorite.